So is there any clause in the agreement on penalties? Like if the Naidu government chooses to scrap the deal, what would be the liability in?
See, nobody is so insane to scrap something. This saves almost 1 lakh crores over 25 years. It is the cheapest source of power. It is the cheapest rate, 2 rupees 49 paise with ISTS, interstate transmission charges waiver. Happens to be the cheapest rate Andhra Pradesh government has ever procured power. Forget about now, has ever procured. In fact, I can show you the rates of 2020 నుంచి చూపించు 2000 నుంచి చూపించుమా 2000 నుంచి చూపించుకొని 2009 నుంచి 2009 నుంచి 3 rupees 70 paise, 2010 5 rupees 67 paise, 2011 4 rupees 6 paise, and 2014 Chandrababu Naiduకి వచ్చేసరికి 6 rupees 99 paise also it went. So these are the rates. And as far as wind is concerned, this is solar entry is from 2009 predominantly. That's when solar came into the picture. So that's how solar has been moving. 2009 to 2017, that's how the rates have been moving around. That is Chandrababu Naidu's regime. And now in our regime, there's just one single power sale agreement, which is 2 rupees 49 paise. So you can see the difference, where we stand versus whatever rates that you have seen so far in any chief minister's regime. And now coming to wind. Wind is 4 rupees 84 paise. 1995, 6 megawatt. I don't know how 6 megawatt came into the picture. That is the only exception. 6 megawatt, of course. The capacity is 6 megawatt versus 7,000 megawatt that we are talking about. So the rate per se, it is the cheapest power in Andhra Pradesh. And this is a historic decision. The central government should be appreciated for the initiative that they have taken. And they're promoting Atmanirbhar, solar manufacturing within the country, where you don't have to import from China, where you don't have to import from these countries and be always dependent on them.
Just to understand this better, the parks were to be set up in Rajasthan, the power that we were purchasing. Where exactly were the parks coming? Because you mentioned that the irradiation level.
I'm not bothered about where they are setting up. As far as I'm concerned, SECI has come back. SECI has given me this letter.
No, but that
and
is
SECI
because
has said, SECI has given me this letter, and SECI has said, I'm giving you power at 2 rupees 49 paise, and it has interstate transmission charges. So where they get it, it's not my concern. As far as my concern is, as far as I am concerned, I get the power at 2 rupees 49 paise, and I pay the check to SECI. Discoms are the buyers, SECI is the provider.
why
Might give the check to SECI. So where they bring is, I think you should probably go into your net and probably you should do a little bit of surfing yourself. Maybe they'll be from one of these states, Rajasthan or Gujarat, is what I'm presuming.
Yeah, why I'm asking the question is for that, because you claim that the irradiation levels are high, so the production cost would be lesser. And the price is 1.9.
Why are we bothered about what all those things are? As far as I am concerned, 2 rupees 49 paise is all what I have gotten. Now you tell me in my shoes, if you were in my shoes, what would you do? Somebody, central government gives you a letter, shoots a letter to you, saying 2 rupees 49 paise, I will supply power to you. And I appreciate whatever you're doing for the upliftment of farmers. These are my takeaways. Out of the blue, I get a letter, September 15th. And what are the takeaways in that letter? Central government is writing to state government. SECI is writing to state government. And what is the other takeaway? 2 rupees 49 paise. It is the least discovered price in my tendering process that I have done undertaken in 2020. It is the least discovered rate. That is 2 rupees 49 paise. And they are saying that we have also made a note of that in that letter from SECI. And they are saying we will offer you at the same discovered lowest rate, which apparently also happens to be the cheapest power the state of Andhra Pradesh has ever procured. Also. And they're also saying as a special incentive, we're also giving you interstate transmission charges waivers. Now you tell me I get this letter. What am I supposed to do? Throw it in the dustbin and forget about it? Or do something about it? It's exactly what I did. I did something about it, which in turn translates to a saving of 4,400 crores per annum. In 25 years, more than 1 lakh of crores. That is the saving that I get.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు సోలార్ విద్యుత్తుకు సంబంధించిన ఒప్పందాలు కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వానికి రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వానికి మధ్య జరిగిందనేది మీరు చెప్తుంది క్లియర్గా కనిపిస్తుంది సార్. అయితే మీ మీద ప్రధానంగా వస్తున్న ఆరోపణ ఏంటంటే అక్కడెక్కడో అమెరికా కోర్టులో ఆదానికి సంబంధించిన కేసులో మీకు లంచాలు 1,700 కోట్లు వచ్చాయని అక్కడ అమెరికా కోర్టులో మీ పేరు బయటకు వచ్చిందనేది ప్రధానంగా చేస్తున్నటువంటి ఆరోపణ సార్. దానికి సంబంధించి
ఎక్కడ కూడా నా పేరు ఎక్కడ లేదు రమేష్. కావాలంటే ప్లీజ్ గో త్రూ వాట్ ఎవర్ దోస్ పీపుల్ హెవ్ సెడ్ అండ్ టాక్. Somebody should be a fool to name me or anybody else. Somebody should be a fool because I have never dealt with them. See, you tell me one thing. Where did this originate from? Had SECI not written to me, had SECI not offered to me this phenomenal offer of 2 rupees 49 paise and along with that interstate transmission charges waiver, there is no deal. Where did this originate from? This originated from SECI, which is central government, and it consummated with SECI, where the signatories are the state government, the DISCOMs, and SECI. So where is any third party there? And if somebody is so foolish and so stupid, and somebody goes by hearsay, speaks some kind of nonsense and stupidity, then nobody can help.
Sir, the specific allegation.
So just wanted to ask you, like you mentioned, the document that says you had met with Mr. Gautam Adani and that there was some sort of incentive that was offered. And so you're saying you've never met with Gautam Adani when this deal was in?
No, Ma, you need to be you need to have clarity as to what is written also. See, nowhere it mentions that incentives were offered to me. Because there is no way anybody can offer any incentives to me, first of all. Number one, businessmen meeting heads of the states is not something which is unusual. It is, in fact, an ordinary practice. Why do we organize industrial summits? Why do we invite people? Why does any state go forward and compete with other states to bring in industrialists into our state? So Adani meeting me is not something which is out of the ordinary. He would have met me several times before, several times after also during my 5 years regime. So what has that got to do with any of this? And he's got ongoing projects in the state of Andhra Pradesh. He's got ongoing endeavors also in the state of Andhra Pradesh, within the state of Andhra Pradesh. So whatever discussions take place, they always take place what is within the state of Andhra Pradesh. Why would anybody talk about something which is not in the purview? And as far as this is concerned, there is nothing there. It originated from SECI. How can anybody talk to me about something which is not even there in air, which is not even there? See, if not, SECI would have probably written these kind of letters to so many states. It so happened that I responded positively. That is their job. So whom SECI sells to is government's. It is basically the offer that has come to me is not only come to me exclusively. They've given the similar offer to, as you see, in Tamil Nadu, Orissa, Chhattisgarh, and so many other states also. They would have written similar letters. But we responded positively and we took it forward. What is wrong in it? In fact, 2 rupees 49 paise is the best rate that any state could get. And the cheapest source of power that any state could ever dream of.
Are you saying this as a case of defaming you? If so, are you going to fight it legally?
In fact, I would be serving defamation notices to Eenadu, to Andhra Jyoti, both of them. The vernacular Telugu media, who happens to be the media face of Telugu Desam Party. These people are not, in the guise of being neutral, these people are never neutral. These people are working for Telugu Desam Party, and repeatedly these people have tried to malign my reputation, in spite of me telling several times that interstate transmission charges waiver is applicable to this project. They consistently twist the facts to say that 2 rupees 49 paise is plus interstate transmission charges is what is applicable to the state of Andhra Pradesh. Consistently, in spite of me putting up all these all these documents, the SECI letter, the power sale agreement content, the CER modification, CER modified data, modified regulations, and Ministry of Power, their order copy to CERC. In spite of me putting all these documents in public domain in YSRCP website officially, being made available to everybody, in spite of that, repeatedly these people consistently speak of, rather than thanking, rather than appreciating me, these people go ahead and try to malign my reputation. Interstate transmission charges is a huge step. It's a huge waiver. It's a huge incentive offered as a special incentive to the state. And one should appreciate that for having concluded such a historic PPA, such a historic power sale agreement.
So, but your name has been dragged in the indictment document, which in purpose maligns your reputation, your name as well. Will you be taking any action against that?
See, this is all hearsay, man. Nobody is said that that I have taken or somebody has taken or somebody is given. There is nothing there. See, it's out of the blue. Somebody hearsay is speaking all these things. See, first of all, somebody with proper understanding of the facts. Where did this originate from? It originated from SECI, which is central government, writing a letter to the state government. And it consummated with whom? And it's consummated with, once again, SECI. SECI, state government, and AP and Andhra Pradesh government's DISCOMs. These are the signatories. So where is the question of any third party coming into the picture? You just can't. See, tomorrow, say for instance, some American company is doing business, say in any state, and say the state governments have been proactive in giving them some lands at probably incentivized rates, and probably to giving them some GST waivers, maybe giving them some kind of incentives. Then immediately, when somebody there writes, somebody speaks, what is the American president's name?
Trump,
or what is the other man's name?
Biden.
Biden. Somebody writes, somebody speaks about Biden's influence on the state governments to to give them the incentives? Will it sell? What kind of nonsense is going on here in this? I mean, one should seriously look into these aspects. If somebody is going to make wild allegations without even knowing of the facts, then there's no end for it.
You're saying that investigation documents is flawed.
I do not know what took place there. I don't even understand what kind of documents they have, or what kind of indictments.
But
what
the
came in.
documents that mentions your name, sir. So you're saying that
See,
part
can
is
mention,
false.
my doc, even somebody here who's doing American business can also mention about Biden's name also.
So, sir,
That doesn't mean that Biden will come. That doesn't mean that Biden's name also is going to be put forth by the. I mean, if I'm a chief minister, if I were, I can also have my CID also write Biden's name also there. Will it go through? Will it go through? I mean, I can have my CID also put Biden's name in one of the American companies. See, one should basically look into the facts. See, the story should add up. Whatever you want to say, it should add up. There should be somebody there who is willing to give something for a favor done. You tell me, what is the favor done by anybody here? To anybody. Central government gives to the state government the cheapest rate available, cheapest rate the state has ever seen. This is point number one takeaway. It also gives special IS interstate transmission charges waiver. This is point number two takeaway. The understanding is between central government and state government. Originated from central government, consummated with central government. Signatories are none other than state government, DISCOMs, and the central government, SECI. Where is anybody else there? If you want to make up a story, if you want to just throw stones at somebody, you just want to malign somebody's reputation, then you can always find so many reasons. So many reasons. But I ask you straight, 2 rupees 49 paise. You get a letter from central government offering 2 rupees 49 paise per unit, which is the cheapest power the state of Andhra Pradesh has ever seen, has ever procured, which also says of special incentive being offered along with this, as a part of this offer, with interstate transmission charges waiver. Now you tell me, can any chief minister put this letter aside? If one were to do so, then what would you say? You would immediately say, SECI is a central government body, so nothing comes. So that's why you kept the letter aside. So you're looking for somebody else to give, like how Chandrababu Naidu made these PPAs with so many 133 people or so, 133 PPAs with private parties. Likewise, you're also looking for somebody to get into a private affair so that there can be something which can be taken back. Is that what you're going to say? See, wildly one should not make allegations. One should understand what is happening, what happened. And is there any scope for anything that could have been done otherwise? Then you make allegations, if there is something that is visible. Otherwise, you make some wild allegations, these kind of things, and it ends nowhere. And in fact, Enadu and Andhra Jyoti would be a typical case where I would be filing a defamation case. I'll sue them for 100 crores. I will sue both of them for 100 crores.
But what about the US Securities and Exchange Commission? It has named you that you have met Adani, and then following which, in connection with that meeting, a promised bribe was offered to Andhra Pradesh officials. It states so. The US Securities and Exchange Commission says so, that you have met Adani in connection with this deal.
Prasad, who said in connection to this? Did they call you up and say, Prasad, I am US SEC calling, I am in this connection only, Adani met, did Adani call you up and say, Prasad, I am Adani talking, I met Jagan only on this connection. Did he say that?
The US SEC is saying,
What?
sir.
See, how is Adani connected to this? That is a fundamental question that you need to ask yourself before even you point fingers at anybody. See, just because, you're sitting down here and I'm right in front of you, and because you have time and because I have time, because we are facing these questions, you need to also think with your brains. See, where is third party here? And if I were to not respond to this letter from the central government, what would you have said? I'm asking you these questions. So either which way you decided to hit me. If I would have put the letter aside, you would have said that Jagan kept aside Sakhi's letter, central government's letter. So you won't hit me. And if I do something about it on Sakhi's offer and actually translate that into reality, which actually gives the state 4,400 crores per annum saving, then you immediately attribute something else. This is not right. No, we are all also representatives of people. And we are here to make history, especially me. See, 2,73,000 crores of DBT. Never in the history of this state, or probably very few states have the guts or capacity to do it. Nobody does DBT because nothing comes to the government, nothing comes to the rulers. This is the only state. 2,73,000 crores of DBT. Press the button, money goes into the accounts of the people. I can give you Aadhaar card details, bank account details of every beneficiary. See, here we are here to make history. We are here to create history while we have the opportunity. That is why the schools have transformed. That is why we spoke about English medium. That is why we spoke about TOEFL from third class onwards. That is why we spoke about digitization of classrooms. That is why we spoke of IFP panels starting from 6th class onwards. That is why we spoke about tabs in the hands of the children from 8th class onwards. We are here to create history. We are not here to take this kind of stupidity and these kind of arguments from these kind of vague people who hardly know what they're doing or what they're talking.
So two
Why do you think
questions. So two
ESSCC made
questions
such
for you.
allegations?
Tama. నేను చెప్పేటివన్నీ కూడా ఏదైతే నేను చెప్తున్నానో ఇట్ ఇస్ ఆల్ ఇన్ బ్లాక్ అండ్ వైట్ విత్ ఆధారాలు ఇచ్చిన డాక్యుమెంట్స్ ఇచ్చిన పరువు నష్టం దావా వేస్తున్నా ఆల్ దీస్ ఆర్ ఫ్యాక్ట్స్ పరువు నష్టం దావాతో సహా ఇంక్లూడింగ్ డిఫమేషన్ కేస్. సో ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టుగా నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు presented to the budget 6,46,000 crores of state debt. He presented to the presented to the assembly CAG report. Also he tabled. Also once again saying 6,46,000 crores as debt. Now the same man says the documents that he himself has submitted to the budget to the assembly, he himself submits as 6,46,000, and the same man goes ahead and says 10 lakh crores, 11 lakh crores, 12 lakh crores, 14 lakh crores. Then where does it end? See, this is a organized, orchestrated mudslinging activity which is happening. And that is exactly why I brought to everybody's notice all these facts. See, the 2 rupees 49 paise is not what I have created. It is in existence. It's in public domain. Similarly, the ISTS, interstate transmission charges waiver, is once again not what I have created. It's also in public domain. I have quoted CERC modified guidelines. I have quoted Ministry of Power order copy. I have quoted the power sale agreement, which spoke of that. I also quoted Sakhi letter itself, the first originator, the first from where it actually originated. So it's also in public domain. It's all very much present in public domain. So the interstate transmission charges, how much do they cost? That once again is in everybody's knowledge. Somebody is only a fool if that somebody does not understand, somebody does not know how much it is. Interstate transmission charges are for solar power. You can just Google and probably see for yourself for solar power what are the interstate transmission charges. It will approximately give you, say, 4 lakh rupees per megawatt per month. which actually would translate to 1 rupee 98 paise or 2 rupees per unit. All this is in public domain. Now you don't want to accept that. You consistently still want to say, no, interstate transmission charges, these are applicable to this repeatedly, in spite of me saying so many times, in spite of me putting forth all these documents in public domain. You still, Naidu, Andhra Jyoti, Chandrababu Naidu and his colleagues, they consistently go on spreading lies and say, no, interstate charges are still applicable to this. Then what can I do? I can't help it, no. So this is a campaign which is going on, orchestrated lies which are taking place. And exactly to put a full stop to this, in fact, I'm going ahead and giving them notices. I'll give them 48 hours to render an apology. If they don't, I will take a legal recourse. I'll file defamation cases on both Enadu and both Andhra Jyoti, who happen to be Telugu Desam Party's propaganda missions. Both of them I will be filing in the days to come.
Sir,
సో ఈ నల్ల చట్టం కొత్తగా వస్తే రాష్ట్రంలో పరిస్థితి ఎలా ఉంటుంది?
బేసికలీ సోషల్ మీడియాలో కమెంట్స్ పెడితే పీడీ యాక్ట్ మీ మీద పెడతాను అని ఇంపోజ్ చేస్తున్నాడు అని అంటేనే just understand the plight of democracy in the state. It's a very serious issue. Tomorrow it can happen to any of you sitting here. PD Act for forwarding content or posting content. PD Act. This is something this entire state, this entire country would have to probably run a debate on. Assembly in Chandrababu's regime passing a law, bulldozing a law. If one were to now post something on social media or forward something in social media, now it's going to attract PD Act. Now one needs to seriously question the democracy prevalent in this state.